So for today's lesson, we're going to do a couple more programs with strings. And both of them are going to involve a username. So in this first program, you see I type username equals and just 2 quotes. You say, well, what are you doing there? There's nothing in there. Initializing the variable. What I'm doing now is I'm initializing a variable. And all that means is I'm giving it an initial value. I'm saying it's empty. So let's say our username can only be 4 characters. 4 characters long. So this for I in range means Python will count 0, 1, 2, 3, which is 4 characters. I'm going to say letter equals input. I don't want float input. Enter a character. Let's just say character. You don't need to say number. Notice I put a space in there, right in here, because I like a little space when I ask for something. Now username will equal username plus the letter. And I can't just say username plus letter. I have to have username is username plus letter to reassign it. And just to remind you of some nice wording here, this concatenates the string. And this is a pretty simple program, so we're done. Your username is, username. And I'll give it a save, give it a run, and let's make sure it works. So, JFRE. There's my username. Now the question is, can we put a number in there? Yes. I could be JFR1. I could put all numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got a username now of 1, 2, 3, 4, but I cannot do any math with that. It won't let me do any math because it thinks that it's a word full of characters. It does not know that I would intend it to be for a string, or rather to do math. Now, let's try something a little bit different here. What we're going to do, and I'm trying to keep some of this so I don't have to type it all in. I'm going to try another program. Let me just put this down here just to try and save myself a little time. Now, one thing we should always do, and I know I forgot on the last one, but we really should always tell the user what the program is doing. This program generates a username and your quotes. So we're going to say first equals input, enter your first name. And get rid of some stuff here. You should do this too. You can always use programs and reuse things. So we'll get the person's first name. And then just like you might think, we're going to get their last name. Now, way back when, this is how they used to, well, they still do. We generate your usernames like you get your username for the school system, where it's like the first letter of your first name, the last name, and then usually they give you a student ID number. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to make the username equal to the first character in your first name plus the last name, but not your whole last name. Only the first 7 characters. You might say, well, why are you choosing this? Way back when, they used to only allow you to have a character. The username could only be 8 letters. So often they take the first letter of your first name and then the first 7 digits of your last name. And I already have that print username thing from last time. So hopefully this works. So again, let's just go through what we did. We got our first name, our last name. We took the first character, the 0th character here, and then we took the first 7 letters of your last name. Now you might say, well, why didn't you go to 8? Because remember, it starts counting from 0. So let's see if this works. So the first name, John Frederick, so I'll just use my name. I should get J. Frederick. And I do. And, you know, you could put anybody's name in here. Gregory, Riley. Now we're going to see something here is, did it take the caps? And it did. But sometimes you don't want that. So what you could do here is you could do username equals username dot lower. And you do need those brackets. Lower is like a function, but we're not sending it. I know there's nothing in the brackets, but Python still makes you put them in. So let's give this a try and see if this works. Okay, so we got to use Harold Nobody. Oh, nobody. And now notice there, that's pretty good because now everything is lowercase, and often usually that's what you do for usernames, that you want it lowercase.